Greetings, myth lovers, and welcome back to Ancient Mythology Hub, your go-to channel for diving deep into the enchanting world of ancient tales. If you caught our last episode, you were introduced to Thanatos, the shadowy Greek god of death. Today, we're shifting gears to explore his twin brother, Hypnos, the divine embodiment of sleep, picture serene figure, radiating calm, with a youthful, handsome face and majestic wings sprouting from his shoulders, ready to guide mortals into the realm of dreams. Buckle up as we journey into the underworld to uncover the secrets of Hypnos, his family, and his captivating role in Greek mythology. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss a mythological adventure. The origins of Hypnos. Born of night and darkness, Hypnos, the god of sleep, was no ordinary deity. He was a full twin to Thanatos, meaning they shared not only a striking resemblance, but also the same divine lineage. Their mother was Nyx, the primordial goddess of the night, a figure so powerful that even Zeus, king of the gods, trembled in her presence. Their father was Erebus, the personification of darkness and shadow, whose essence cloaked the world in mystery. With parents embodying the essence of night and obscurity, it's only fitting that Hypnos became the deity of sleep, a state where the world fades into a gentle, dark embrace. The name Hypnos might ring a bell, and for good reason. It's the root of the modern word hypnosis, a trance-like state of focused calm and suggestibility. In ancient Greece, Hypnos was revered as the bringer of rest, a god who could soothe the weary and offer respite from the chaos of life. Unlike many deities who dwelled on Mount Olympus, Hypnos made his home in the underworld, in a secluded cave where neither sunlight nor moonlight dared to trespass. This ethereal palace was a sanctuary of tranquility, far removed from the bustling realms of gods and mortals. Imagine stepping into Hypnos' abode, a grand hall adorned with an ivory couch, where the god himself reclined in serene splendor. Surrounding the cave were fields of poppies, symbols of sleep and oblivion, and other plants known for their soporific properties, their petals swaying in the underworld's gentle breeze. Through this mystical landscape flowed the river Lethe, one of the 5 rivers of the underworld, whose waters granted forgetfulness to those who drank from them. The river's presence ensured that Hypnos' domain was a place where worries dissolved, and the mind could surrender to peace. Hypnos' divine family, a household of dreams and rest. Hypnos didn't dwell alone in his underworld retreat. By his side was his wife, Pasithea, one of the youngest of the chariot's graces, who embodied rest and relaxation. Pasithea was a gift from Hera, the queen of the gods, as a reward for Hypnos' divine services. More on that later. Together, Hypnos and Pasithea formed a perfect partnership, their union symbolizing the harmony of sleep and relaxation, a divine recipe for tranquility. The couple's most famous offspring were the Oneiroi, a trio of gods who personified dreams, known collectively as the Dreams. These brothers were Morpheus, Phobetor, and Phantasos, each with a unique role in shaping the visions of sleepers. Morpheus, whose name means form or shape, crafted dreams featuring human figures, bringing kings, heroes, and loved ones into the dreamer's mind. Phobetor, meaning frightener, specialized in animalistic and monstrous forms, conjuring beasts and creatures that could inspire awe or terror. Phantasos, meaning apparition, wove dreams of inanimate objects, think mountains, rivers, or ancient ruins, grounding the dreamscape in the elements of the earth. Together, the Oneiroi created vivid, multifaceted dreams that captivated the minds of mortals and gods alike. Interestingly, some ancient sources, like the poet Hesiod, suggest that Oneiroi were not the sons of Hypnos and Pasithea, but rather the children of Nyx alone, making them Hypnos' brothers. This variation highlights the fluid nature of Greek mythology, where stories evolved with each teller, regardless of their parentage. The Oneiroi were integral to Hypnos' domain, ensuring that sleep was not just rest, but a gateway to fantastical realm. Hypnos' role and reputation, the beloved god of repose. While Thanatos was feared for his unyielding role as the harbinger of death, Hypnos was cherished across the ancient world. His ability to grant sleep was seen as a divine blessing, a momentary escape from the trials of life. Poets like Homer and Ovid praised Hypnos for his gentle touch, describing him as a god who could calm even the most troubled hearts. In a world where war, famine, and hardship were constants, Hypnos offered a universal gift, the chance to forget, to heal, and to dream. Hypnos' powers extended beyond mortals to the gods themselves. As we'll see in his starring roles in Greek myths, his ability to lull even the mighty Zeus into slumber made him a figure of subtle but immense influence, a god whose quiet strength shaped the course of divine and mortal affairs. Hypnos, in myth, tales of divine deception. Myth 1. Hypnos, Hera, and the torment of Heracles. Our first tale begins with Hera, whose jealousy toward Heracles, Zeus's mortal son, burned fiercely. Determined to sabotage Heracles' journey home from Troy, Hera sought Hypnos' aid. She asked the god of sleep to cast a spell over Zeus, putting him into a deep slumber so she could unleash chaos on Heracles' voyage. Hypnos, perhaps swayed by Hera's promises or his own sense of mischief, agreed. As Zeus slept, Hera summoned raging winds to batter Heracles' ship, sending him off course and into peril. But Zeus was no ordinary sleeper. Stirring from his slumber, he quickly sensed Hypnos' handiwork. Furious at being manipulated, Zeus pursued the god of sleep, who fled to the underworld and sought refuge with his mother, Nyx. Nyx's fearsome reputation shielded Hypnos from Zeus's wrath, but the incident left Hypnos wary of crossing the king of the gods again. This myth underscores Hypnos' power and the dangers of meddling in divine politics. The second story sees Hera once again enlisting Hypnos, this time with higher stakes. During the Trojan War, Zeus had forbidden the gods from interfering, but Hera, favoring the Achaeans, devised a plan to tip the scales. She approached Hypnos and asked him to put Zeus to sleep once more. Hypnos, still stinging from his last encounter with Zeus, hesitated. To sweeten the deal, Hera offered him the hand of Pasithea, the graceful goddess of relaxation. In marriage, unable to resist, Hypnos agreed. Hera, ever the strategist, adorned herself with divine beauty and borrowed a charm from Aphrodite, the goddess of love. She approached Zeus, claiming she needed his permission to mediate a dispute between her parents, Oceanus and Tethys. Zeus, enchanted by her radiance, agreed and drew her into an embrace. At that moment, Hypnos wove his spell, plunging Zeus into a deep sleep. With Zeus out of the way, Poseidon, the sea god, seized the opportunity to aid the Achaeans, turning the tide of the war in their favor. Remarkably, Zeus never uncovered the deception, and Hypnos secured both Pasithea's hand and a victory for Hera's cause. Beyond these famous myths, Hypnos appears in a lesser-known story involving Endymion, a mortal shepherd beloved by the moon goddess Selene. According to some versions, Selene asked Hypnos to grant Endymion eternal sleep so he could remain youthful forever, allowing her to visit him nightly without the ravages of time. Hypnos obliged, casting a gentle slumber over Endymion, who became a symbol of eternal rest. This tale, though less dramatic, highlights Hypnos' role as a god who could bridge the mortal and divine through the gift of sleep. Hypnos' legacy. Sleep in ancient culture. Hypnos was more than a mythological figure. He was a reflection of how the ancient Greeks viewed sleep. In a culture that valued physical and mental prowess, sleep was seen as both a necessity and a divine gift. Temples, dedicated to Hypnos and his sons, existed in places like Sparta, where rituals were performed to invoke restful sleep or prophetic dreams. The Greeks also associated sleep with healing, as seen in the cult of Asclepius, the god of medicine, where patients slept in sacred spaces to receive divine visions. The imagery of Hypnos, his wings, his poppies, his underworld cave inspired art and literature for centuries. From ancient vases depicting him as a winged youth to Roman mosaics showing him alongside the Oneiroi, Hypnos' influence endured. Even today, his legacy lives on in words like hypnotic and morphe, a nod to his son Morpheus and the poppies of his domain. And there you have it. Myth lovers, a deep dive into the world of Hypnos, the Greek god of sleep, whose gentle power shaped dreams and divine schemes alike. From his underworld palace to his role in Hera's plots, Hypnos proves that even the quietest gods can leave a lasting mark. Did this journey into the realm of sleep spark your curiosity? Which mythological figure should we explore next? Perhaps Morpheus, the dream shaper, or Nyx, the formidable goddess of night? Drop your suggestions in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Ancient Mythology Hub, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Share this video with your fellow mythology enthusiasts, and let's spread the love for ancient tales. Until next time, may Hypnos bless you with restful slumber and vivid dreams. In the arms of sleep, we find the courage to dream, for even gods bow to the quiet power of repose.